Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. How you doing today? So I got a call from the scrapper that delivers last night. He says, hey, I'm having a heck of a time with the plastic Briggs-Stratton Recoil. I'm trying to fix a mower for one of my customers. He'll do small engine repairs for various people, and I've given him parts before here and there. Sometimes he'll try to buy the stuff at local mower shops, but after hours he'll try to get a hold of me. So I've sold him these before. This is what I thought he was looking for, the newer style plastic recoils. But he showed up and had one of these newer styles. These are for larger engines like 775s. And I said, I thought maybe you were looking for one of these. He said the pawls had fallen out. He wanted to know if I could rebuild it. When I talked to him on the phone, I said, the easiest thing is just to give you an aftermarket part and just change it out. This was the last one I had, actually, of this style. So I said, well, these are more expensive. These are about 20 bucks, and I've only got two. I ended up buying a couple because I did some newer engines and these had blown out. So I ended up buying a couple as backups. He said, would you be willing to take this Murray as trade? And I thought, sure. So I gave him the recoil. He could do his job, and I just looked these up. The cheapest I could find on these are 17. So I ordered another one, so I'll have two. So basically this was 17 bucks. The only issue I saw when he unloaded it, no bail bar, so we got to put a vice grip down there to start. So I'm going to give you the engine number. This happens to be a 2006, and I'm impressed with the condition it's in. They must have kept it in a garage. Older style Pulsar 550. It's got oil in it. Could use an oil change. I guess we can start back here. Since we're here, I'll give you the Sears number, the 917-38-5140. Serial 012507 Mike 003118. So you hardly see a 06 with no scrapes, rust spots, rust peeling down here at the bottom from sand and rock damage. So let me give you the engine number, and then we'll move on. We have, let me adjust you here. We can do a little read along. We're going to try to start this thing. Tank is bone dry. We have the 10 Tango 702 0857-Echo 1 0611 1355. So this was built the 11th month, 13th day of 2006. So looking at the tank, there is some varnish residue at the very bottom. You can see that. So maybe this thing sat non-use, and the little bit of fuel that was in there dried up. We might have to go through and do a carb clean. We're going to remove this and see if it had maintenance. Try to start it with happy juice, and I have gas nearby. Just a little spray with my grill cleaner just to see if the wheels would clean up. This is after a spray down, and this is what it looked like originally. So this thing's gonna turn out to be a good looking unit once I degrease it. So what do we have back here? The barcode, engine barcode. So for 17, I'm happy so far. The only other thing that I had noticed, I had turned it over to see blade condition. I had spun the blade's off slightly. Blade is bent, but I have these triple hole Craftsman blades in stock. It's got the single hole with the two keepers here. So surface rust, unbelievably good condition for this year. Like I said, you hardly ever stumble across something that's not a rust bucket from the mid-2000s. Oh, and they were mulching it. This is another oddity where the blocking cap here is still in place. Usually these get thrown in the trash. Wow, so this is a complete unit minus this. But I think I've got enough junk handles around I can match up a bar. Okay, so I guess we can proceed. Look at the filter. So first thing in the morning, slightly overcast, which I think will help the temperatures, keep the temperature down. Most likely original filter. It's got the Briggs-Stratton stamp, and it's just falling apart here in my hand. It's so dry rotted, so I'm 99% sure this is the original filter. So I'm going to leave that off for right now. Let me just motivate it with a little carb clean, see if it fires off. What I need to do first is deal with the safety brake linkage. Let me put my hand on a vice grip. That or a heavy gauge wire. And if I don't get too aggravated, I'll just put a zippy tie on it. If this aggravates me, I'm gonna zippy tie it. Noticed another thing, they were cutting kind of low, towards the low side. One more notch and they would have been at the lowest position of the cutting height. So I got to adjust that and bring it all the way back to the top. What are you guys working on? I'm hoping for some sales today. I'm gonna go to town on this one. I think this is low-hanging fruit. I have all the diaphragms for the carb rebuilds. If we go that far, I'll just rebuild the carb and just clean this up. I don't see any other major issues. The bail bar will be the only thing that slows me down, but I think we're going to be able to rectify that. Okay, I gave it a shot of Happy Juice Nitro. For those of you who don't know, carb choke cleaner, extremely flammable. What I'm doing is putting this highly flammable gas aerosol into the carburetor. If it fires off, I know I got a good spark and got compression, and this thing will run. The little bit that I do squirt in is going to burn off rather quickly, and then it'll stall out. Then I know where to proceed from there. If I pull on it for a half hour with a shot of Happy Juice and we don't have any luck, then I got a ignition issue. It's just a quick and easy troubleshooting technique to set you on the right course. Okay, here we go. Well, that ran longer than expected on a little shot, so we're gonna fuel this thing. Most likely I'll go through the tank because I don't like all that varnish at the bottom of the tank. I want to send this thing down the road happy and healthy. I'll disassemble everything and put a new diaphragm kit on it, whether we need it or not. This project isn't going to take me long at all. This is going to be a front line machine, just like in the used car business. You put your best stuff to the front, all the stuff that's junk goes in the back against the fence. Okay, first couple of primes were air, and then right there we're pushing gas, so the priming system is working. Let's see if we have some luck. Wow, this is a special day. That hardly ever happens. So fired off, a little smoky there on the exhaust. So super good. It's still smoking, I can see it. So I don't know what that's from. Little oil leak here, still smoking. How it was on his trailer, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is a gem. This is going to clean up. I had thought with clean wheels, shiny deck, I'm going to do 140 for this. I know it's got the older Pulsar style, but there's nothing really wrong with this thing. And they're getting the mulching mulching guard thing there with it, so I can really advertise this as a complete unit, because it is complete. So there you go on the 2006. If Craftsman had a showroom, antique mowers, I would tell them I've got a good candidate for their museum, but that's not to be. I know Harley Davidson does, Corvettes. Everybody's got a museum except for Crafty. Well, I appreciate you coming out, checking out this machine. So for 17, I'm pretty happy. I think it was a good trade on my part. He got a recoil. I told him it was worth 20, so he was gonna charge the customer more. I was his wholesale price, basically. Maybe he'll charge him 40 to do the job, whatever. That's his deal. My deal is 17's going to turn us into a $140 machine here in the very near future. So that's the monster of a deal. We're really going to shake out that profit here in a little bit. It's not going to be scary profit. It's going to be well-earned, monstrous profit. You guys have a good day today. Appreciate you coming out. Like I said, totally happy with this deal. Sometimes the deals are sour and I get hoodwinked. I think this one turned into a good one, and I'm sure I'll be able to get a brake bail bar. That's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to walk around my junk mower handles that I've saved and steal a brake bar off of one of those. I'm almost sure I've had these style rusty decks before and I've saved the handles. I just need to steal the brake bar off of one of those. Anywho, that's all I got for you. As always, please tip your waitress and wait staff. They do an awesome job. And again, thanks for coming out and checking out junk on four wheels. If you have not yet liked and subscribed, that would be super awesome. Mr. Monster and I really appreciate your long time support. So do it. Do it. Do it now. Over and out.